So we are almost on board Soterion, where we might meet Ben, and Ben will show us around. Hello, Ben.
Welcome aboard.
How's it going?
Hi, Mo. Thanks for coming.
Thanks for showing me around.
Yes.
Awesome. So where do we start?
Well, let's take a walk around the decks.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty straightforward stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Beer cooler on the right, most important feature of the
Yes,
whole boat.
let's
Don't
start
miss
there.
that.
Awesome.
Paddleboard on the left. It is possible to drink beer and run a paddleboard at the same time, in
Really?
case you're curious. Bean bags for just in case you decide that you don't want a paddleboard and you want to drink your beer in peace.
I see some big trampolines here.
Big nets.
Yeah, big
Happy
nets.
place to hang out. This is my favorite part of the whole boat. Way up there, that's what makes us go. We like to sail a lot.
I imagine.
That's
Awesome.
what we do. The boat sails well. We don't have a second story, but we trade that in for the ability to sail. Yet another paddleboard.
Very nice.
This is one of our new toys.
Oh.
It's a hydrofoil. So for those that are so inclined, you can come out and we can teach you how to hydrofoil.
How hard is it to learn?
Well, you need a little bit of athletic inclination, but it's not too hard.
If you've like surfed before,
You can
or
definitely do
like is it easier to like learn?
Yes.
Like, you think like during the charter, or like one day, or how quickly people learn usually?
We can usually get you up in 2 days.
Oh, in 2 days. Awesome.
Yep.
Awesome.
You have to be willing to take some hard falls and get some water shoved up your nose, but we can flush
That's
all
healthy.
that out with cocktails,
All right.
and then
you're
next day
rewarded for the amazing feeling standing on top of the hydrofoil. So how does it feel?
it feels amazing. It's like flying.
It's like
It's like flying on water.
awesome.
It's an incredible feeling. Yeah.
Cool.
And then when you're done hydrofoiling, you can come back here into the cockpit, hang out in the shade, and help yourself to a delicious beverage from the chili bin, should you be thirsty. Have a nap. Wait patiently at this lovely table for Rachel's delicious food to come out.
Sounds great. And drinks.
Drinks, cocktails. Cocktails will be on the way, indeed, always.
So there will be a lot of bushwhackers and
We can make
painkillers and.
bushwhackers, painkillers, rum punches, mojitos, margaritas, you name it.
Awesome. So let's see the cabins, or
Okay.
maybe let's
Sure.
even here.
Yeah, in the main salon,
Yeah,
this is a
the
good place
soup.
to hang out. We oftentimes will have movie night. If you haven't seen Catamaran, we'll play that for you on the big screen because it's required viewing. Catamaran, are you familiar?
No.
Oh,
I need to do some, catch up studying here.
you do.
Captain Ron. All right.
Yeah,
Imagine it's a sailing movie.
it is a sailing movie. Not only is it a sailing movie, it's a sailing movie from the 1980s.
All right.
Makes it even better. You okay?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yep. So this is it. Each cabin has its own air conditioning, so you can control the temperature. We've got a head here. Each cabin has a private head. It's got your full-length mirror, so you can inspect yourself in your bathing suit. This cabin is a slightly different layout. So this is a queen-size bed, but it runs athwartships.
Yeah, nice choice of the magazines.
You like that? Yeah, it's a good one, isn't it?
I was telling
cabin-
you about it. Sorry, I just
Okay.
yeah,
Your
right.
name is on there, isn't it?
Yeah, right there, right here. Oh, so yeah.
There it is.
Yeah.
So this cabin has a slightly different head arrangement. We've got a separate shower stall, so it's kind of a dry head.
I see.
setup
I'm
in
just curious. Is that like it is? Yeah. Is it like a piece of a shell, right?
there. Yes, yeah. That's it's got some mother of pearl in there. It's an abalone.
Wow.
Yeah, it's the top half of an abalone. Yep. After you.
Thank you. Mm-hmm.
Got our game stash over here. Should you like games, there are plenty to choose from.
I see that. I like that I'm not seeing like Xboxes around. That I see like good old
Yeah,
games.
no video games.
Well, I actually like that, because
Me too.
because it's hard to explain to kids, you know, like that. Sorry, no PlayStation when there is one, right? So when there is nothing or none of these, then it's much easier to get them out and get them doing water sports.
That's exactly right. Yeah. So we can unplug the internet if it comes to that, but we try not to. So this cabin is a mirror image of the one on the starboard side. Nothing different. This here is Rachel's office, the galley. It's where all the magic happens. And this is the sort of what we call the master cabin. So it's got a California king size bed. Again, with its own air conditioner.
A California king size bed. That's like
bigger
XL?
than a king.
Bigger than it. All right.
Yeah, if you're from California, you get bigger king size beds. Why, I don't know.
Yeah, lots of spices. Looking good. And a painkiller mug.
Yeah. Yep. If anybody likes to fish, we do a lot of fishing.
I see. 5 fishing rods. And how often do you get something? Like every day? Have you tried to, or?
I like to think so.
Yeah, almost. But then when you catch something, it's like more, right? You get like 2, 3 at a time or something.
No, usually if we can jump a tarpon, we're pretty happy about it.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's good.
I imagine this would be like the highlight of the charter, you know.
It can be.
When you feed your family with the fish you catch, you know,
Yeah.
like that's the.
Most of the fishing that we do is catch and release. So
okay.
it's mostly just for fun. When we're sailing, we troll, and if we catch one of the pelagic species, like a mahi-mahi or a wahoo, we'll generally eat that. But all the inshore reef fish...
red or not, yeah, I understood.
Yeah. There are a few fish that we keep. Yellowtail snapper, one that we keep, and Rachel has a very good ceviche recipe.
Awesome.
Yeah, so that's nice. Catch a fish in the evening, and then the following day, you know, at lunch or for a snack, have some fresh ceviche. That's really nice. We've made some friends with some lobster fishermen in Anegada who will take us out lobster diving if you're interested.
So you catch your own lobster?
Yeah. So you get into one of their boats and head out on the south side of the island, inside of Horseshoe Reef, which is a gigantic barrier reef, quite shallow. You'll be snorkeling around in between, 3 and 10 feet of water with a lobster snare in your hand, and you look for the antennas sticking out of the holes in the coral, and you swim down and you snare one and you pull it back up. It oftentimes takes a lot of help from the guide, but you always come back with a lobster or two, and then we'll do a lobster dinner or lobster mac and cheese, and it's fun.
Lobster mac and cheese.
Yeah, have you had it? It's
no.
delicious. Oh, fantastic. Rachel makes a delicious lobster mac and cheese.
And I can imagine it's a good combination. It's just like two total opposites of the the food spectrum.
Yeah,
so.
It's fantastic. I don't know what her recipe is, but it's delicious.
Oh, so it's special, not just like you put lobster to it. It's like
no.
way more advanced, more stuff.
Like a blend of 9 cheeses and lobster and love and other stuff.
What would be your secret location that you wouldn't
on video? No way, man. It's a secret location.
Cool. One that you can tell. One that is kind of like not super secret. Or
if we have adventurous guests that like to cliff jump, we've got some spots that are really fun for that.
Cliff jumping.
Yes.
What island?
The British Virgin Islands.
Oh, all right. Yeah, really. But I understand you've been here. So this is like your biggest advantage. You've been here, and the boat has been here for a relatively long time, right? And
the boat has been here for 18 years. I've been with the boat for 9 years, and Rachel and I have been together on the boat for 6 years.
So there's like this much experience, and you basically like know it like the back of your hand, right?
Yeah.
And just everything.
We know it relatively well, but the beauty is that we're always learning new things and new places. And
I hear you also like developing like new partnerships and like new sort of experiences and just continuously advancing and bit by bit.
A little bit at a time.
Cool.
And every charter gets customized. We don't have any kind of a set itinerary or a set menu or anything like that. So before a group of guests arrive, Rachel will send out a menu based on the preference sheet that they filled out, and then she asks for feedback from the guests to say, hey, is Just the things look good. What do you like? What don't you like? And they work together to modify that. And then a few weeks before their charter, we make a phone call, and we have a conversation with our guests to answer any last minute questions or discuss anything that might be on their mind. And we finalize, pickup details and all that stuff. And then once guests are on the boat, we customize the trip as we go, depending on the weather and the conditions and what people are feeling like. So every night after dinner, we'll have a family meeting, and we'll talk about what the options are for the next day and what people want to do, and if there are things that are on their list that they forgot that they want to add, and so we try to really people get involved in making their own vacation here, which is really a lot of fun.
It sounds amazing.
Yeah, it's worked well for us so far. We try not to be too rigid in anything, because as you know, Mother Nature ultimately dictates everything here.
In the end,
we could have a set itinerary, and then Mother Nature decides that itinerary won't work so well. So we have to be a little bit flexible, and being able to do that with the input from guests is great.
Sounds awesome. So Ben, thank you for showing me your the boat, and
Thanks for coming aboard.
It's great being on board Soterion, and see you in the beach bar.
Yeah, man, that sounds